Un, deux, trois, boom!
Action!
We are live.
Woohoo!
Anyone wondering why Mitch is wearing this hat? He's just a bit weird. I told him not to wear it, but he did. Can you put that on silent,
Yeah,
please?
that was just you.
Oh shit. Dan, I'm trying to record. How rude.
Sorry, your message cannot be taken
Right.
at the moment. Please leave a message after the phone.
Sorry, Facebook, but Mitch, I'm trying to talk. We've got a good one coming today. Are you watching us on your phone?
That's what I'm just about to do now. Okay, just hope I can remember how to get on.
It was already on it.
Well, it's under this one. No, we haven't pressed live on this.
Mitch, stop screaming.
What am I supposed to do?
We are live.
Yeah, on there, but it's...
Facebook, we are two-timing you today.
Woo-hoo.
We've also got YouTube on the scene.
Hey, yeah.
And I don't really care about Facebook because they don't pay.
Ouch!
I'm going to stop my dogs from fighting.
Oh, here we go. Oh, round one. Ding, ding, in the ring.
Can you two be?
Oh, no, it's a draw. Well, that was quick from Dysfunctional Dog Boxing. Joking.
Right, Facebook's all set up.
Hey, are we all good to go?
No.
Oh my god. Doggies!
Baby, be quiet, big boy.
Oh, you can't get the security fans nowadays. Isn't that right, Jack?
What are you on about?
Well, the fans keep interrupting.
Right.
Alright.
Oh yeah, Mitchy me.
Oh man.
Share it.
Share. You don't want to do that stuff.
The Facebook guys get to watch us in the setup. You haven't even liked our own podcast.
That's what I put like. Didn't I? Oh, look at it then.
Do you not like this and what I'm trying to do for us?
Hey, I thought I pressed like when it first came up. I went like.
That is mean.
Oh, must have de-liked it. Or itself. That's weird. My Facebook's been playing up a bit, to be honest, I think.
Sure it has, mate. Sure it has.
Here and there.
Right. We have got some funny things to chat about today, Mitch.
Yeah.
Is that your phone or my phone?
I think that was yours.
Have you put yours on silent?
Yeah,
Sweet.
because Ian texted us.
Bloody hell. Oh, I swore.
Oh.
No swearing.
Alright.
Dan, stop
You said you
messaging.
wanted to put that there so you can do the
Yeah,
meter.
that's right. Look how professional we are today. Look at
So what are we going
that.
to call this? J Studios?
The Dysfunctional Podcast.
Yeah, I know it's a dysfunctional podcast, but then where's it going to be airing
Alright,
from?
stop now, because now I'm going to introduce it to YouTube.
Alright, here we go. YouTube. Cue. Action.
Not yet, Mitch.
Oh!
Right, ready?
Yep, 3, 2, 1.
I've already started, Mitch.
Oh! Come on, man!
That was our entrance to YouTube.
Oi, get there.
I love this. Right, hello YouTube, I'll come
Hey.
over and say hello.
Oh, fine.
This is the Dysfunctional Podcast.
Quick, quick. Not the...
With him, Mitchell Phillips, and me, Jack Ollie. This is our new venture onto another platform.
Yeah.
And one that hopefully pays.
Yep.
So we're not swearing.
Nope.
We're going to be very well behaved.
Yep.
And today, our first episode is about conspiracy theories.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nice.
No, that's the shot. No.
And,
whatever.
To explain the hats, we were going to have tin foil hats, but Mitch forgot to get any tin foil.
I didn't have any.
I'm looking at us. We look ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having fun today, Mitch. This is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
If you're new to us on YouTube, which I'm sure you're not, because why would you click on this? But if you are, we have another video. A link will be in the description. Just having a little chat about who we are. But this one is all about conspiracy theories. We're also live on Facebook, so I can see who's watching us. Oh shit, that's us. And I just said a bad word. Mitch, I can't stop it. Mitch, how do you stop it?
Alright, here we go.
Don't pause it. So you don't know either. Oh, this is going down the toilet. Don't pause it, we need to be live.
Alright, no. Oh, yeah.
Why is it doing that? Go away.
Okay, so double click the button because you said you wanted to get onto the conspiracy.
Right.
There we go.
Here you go.
Conspiracy time.
Do you have any conspiracy theories of your own, mate?
Well, I've heard a few, but only far-fetched, to be honest.
Oh yeah, by the way, YouTube world, I've got 2 dogs and 2 cats that might make an appearance. Right, I'm gonna blow your mind with these, mate.
Uh-oh.
Ready for the first one?
Bring it on.
The moon landing was fake. No one has ever landed on the moon. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's really an alien space center,
Oh my god.
and they're watching us from there.
But then how do you explain the pictures of the flag and the astronaut?
Fake!
But what about the shots from outer space?
Fake!
How are they fake? It's only proof of this? It's only proof of this.
So if you look at the pictures of the American flag,
yes, because they were the first, I believe.
it's blowing in the wind. There isn't any wind on the moon. That's my dog drinking water, by the way.
Yeah, but there's no gravity, so it would have just lifted, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't flapping. I mean, it was flapping, but it shouldn't be. There's no gravity. How did the flag even stay? Why didn't it go woo?
Because they hammered it in, I suspect. I don't know.
Mitch, you're meant to be here to disprove or approve of these.
Well,
You're the scientist today.
oh my god. Me scientist. Good luck.
Some people say the moon is fake.
Then what's that thing in the sky we see at night then?
Just
Because it ain't the sun.
someone's put a poster up.
So like you're saying, someone just goes into space,
Yeah.
looks at a bit in the sky, and be like, right, we'll put the poster up here tonight.
Yeah, so
Like
it's
a blaster?
It's like, you know, satellites float around in space.
Yeah, and you can't see them unless you have a micro thingy moon
Well,
scope thing. Yeah.
if you
Why
have
am
a
I doing
massive
that with
one.
whatever? Yeah.
You have a massive one, and then you just get a poster that's got the moon drawn on it. And you know why they think the moon landing was fake?
Yeah, well,
For the space race.
space race.
You not heard of the space race?
Enlighten me, if you
The
will.
race to land on the moon.
Wait, that was between America and the Russians, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we beat them to it.
We're not American.
Okay, Oh, am I? No, that reminds me. There was another. Oh no, it might have been a movie. There was another conspiracy theory that
Are
the
you thinking
Russians.
of the one where the chimps flew to space?
No, wasn't them. Some.
Wasn't there? What,
No.
really? The chimps didn't fly to space?
Oh no, that was the test one. I meant the first humans.
No, I meant that cartoon where the chimps actually fly the plane.
Oh my! I'm not talking about that. No, I'm just saying. I think there was a conspiracy a few years ago. Now you mentioned it,
Mm-hmm.
that the Russians were the first to land on the moon, not the Americans,
Yeah.
or something like
Because
that.
it's like a flex of the muscles. Look at the technology we've got.
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
were first there.
Yep.
Let's check in on Facebook.
Or something like that. I don't know. So, oh well, whoever was the first to land on there, heaven help, well, not heaven help us, but just prove that there's something or whatever out there, please.
How do you... There we go.
Hey,
Ronnie Ginman's watching.
hey.
That's Luther's sister, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello, Ronnie.
Hello, right.
What were we saying? Oh yeah, the other thing is they faked the moon landing to distract from the Vietnam War and all the bloody murders over there. And that wasn't me swearing, I mean actual blood.
Now that
Oh,
would...
we've got 8 viewers, Miss.
Ooh,
That might be a record.
ooh. Okay, that might have some...
Did we explain why we're wearing the hats for YouTube? I think we did. Because Mitch forgot to bring the tin foil.
Yeah,
hat.
you said something about the timber, but I don't think you went into detail.
I was keeping away the government probes. Who's Chloe Cross?
Chloe Cross, she's one of the entertainers I work with and a friend of mine.
Okay. Alright, Mitch. Let me pick another one for you.
Go on.
The Queen is a cannibal. She eats babies.
Queen, cannibal.
How old is the Queen?
90 something? Yeah, the Queen's 90 something.
How's she kept so well, Mitch? How do you think she's done that?
Oh, please.
By eating babies.
That does not give you eternal youth!
How do you know? Have you ever eaten a baby?
Well, no, because I'm not a cannibal.
She's 93.
Okay, 93.
How come she's getting in such good nick?
Because she looks after herself. Oh,
Does she? When have you seen the Queen at Virgin Active?
oh yes, like I'm going... Well, she gets her servants to get it for her.
To get what?
I don't know.
Babies.
No, not babies.
The
No,
Queen.
beauty treatment. And besides, she's the longest reigning monarchy that England's ever had, I think, to date. She's beaten Queen Victoria's reign.
Yeah.
And
How?
for YouTubers,
How's
if
she
you're wondering
done
what
that?
this fluff is, good elf, and she's liked by the people, so not many people trying to kill her. Oh, Bailey. Yes, hello, yes,
The
YouTube.
babies are fresh, young blood, and the Queen eats the babies
Now,
to stay healthy.
so then how do they clean up the evidence of the murder?
They're powerful. They make people disappear.
Ow!
Yeah, like that. Baby with that absolute right hook.
I want to see that. Hang on. I want to see it. Hang on. Hang on. Come on. Where's that punch? Where's that punch? Hang on. Come on.
Where's the right hook?
Hang on. It's coming.
Oh, I think
Hang on.
it's skipped
Oh,
it.
hang on.
I
No,
think
it-
it's... Anyway, we're meant to be entertaining.
This is entertaining.
Pete Trigger said, get the dog on.
Get the dog on. Dog is on.
Pete says, what are you doing?
Podcast.
We're doing a podcast. We're talking about conspiracy theories.
Mhm.
And these hats are keeping the government probes off of
Yeah,
us.
but as I was saying, how would they clean it? Besides, you
Clean
forget
what?
the power of the press. They sniff out anything nowadays.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah,
Bailey!
but
Stop
the
trying to-
Queen is in control of the press. Because she's got all the money.
The
The Queen eats babies, god damn it.
She does not eat babies.
How do you know?
Because it would have been reported that umpteen babies go missing every year.
No, she grows the babies.
Rabbit!
In a magic lab, probably in the moon.
Oh my
Have you
god.
ever been on the moon?
No, because it's too expensive to get in a spaceship and I need space training. Study that is never that.
Alright, so do you not believe that one then?
No, and no.
Alright, we've got a more believable one.
Go on.
So, when I say Ronaldo, I don't mean the Portuguese footballer.
Oh.
There was another Ronaldo,
There's
Brazilian.
another one?
Yeah, he was a bit older.
Alright,
Played for Brazil.
Alright.
Just as good as Ronaldo.
alright.
Now, he was meant to play in the 1998 World Cup final, but on the day,
Yeah.
he was very ill.
Alright.
He was sponsored a lot of money by Nike,
Yeah.
because obviously he's the best player in the world at that time,
Mhm.
about to be in the World Cup. To see him
Mhm.
wearing Nike shoes, that's a big advertisement.
Yes.
He goes, sorry, I'm feeling really ill. So the Brazilian manager wasn't going to play him.
Alright.
But suddenly Ronaldo plays and they lose. But the conspiracy theory is Nike forced Brazil, because they're paying so much money to
Forced
sponsor
him.
Ronaldo. They forced him to play. He wasn't feeling very well, so
He was in top form.
Brazil lost. And the funny thing is, France won. And they were Adidas, Nike's rival, was sponsoring Zidane, who was their best player. So Adidas won the show.
Yeah, for
But
that
the
one.
theory is Nike forced Ronaldo to play. I believe that one. That one's quite believable. Because if he was so ill, why did he suddenly play? Maybe
Yeah.
the manager still thought it'd be better because he's so good. Even if he's ill, he's better than that other option.
Yeah, what position did he play, to be honest?
Striker. was very, very good.
Yeah.
I believe that one.
Yeah, it's got
Well,
true.
I don't say it's true, but I think it's
It's
possible. It's more
yeah, it's
possible
plausible. It's plausible, yeah.
than the moon being fake
Yeah.
and an alien hub.
Oh, yes.
Although, that is where the Wi-Fi comes from.
Oh, my.
Alien Wi-Fi.
Hello, I am alien. I give you humans Wi-Fi, free
Right.
internet.
The next one, what are we going to go
What's the next
with?
one? What's the next one?
There's some good ones here, actually. I
Go
don't know which one to go with.
Just go with the list.
Fine, I'll go with the list. Australia
Oh.
doesn't exist.
Now that is wrong for starters.
Why?
Because they are, well, sadly, they're suffering from lots of bushfires right now.
Yeah.
And they have lost quite a lot of their wildlife. A lot of their koalas, a lot of their kangaroos, and any other indigenous animals to there. And firefighters as well, who have tried to sustain the fire, they've lost their lives
And we
as well.
send our love and hope to Australia.
Yes.
But for the purpose of this podcast, we are saying Australia is fake.
Well, that...
It's full of robots pretending to be Australians. Do you know why Australia is fake, Mitch?
Tell me why.
Because, you know, the theory is we sent all of our prisoners to Australia. And
That is correct.
Now they live happy lives, fishing and...
We evolved. Yes.
What do you mean we evolved?
Whatever, go on.
The prisoners live happy lives, having Barbies and frying shrimp in Australia.
Yeah, that's...
No! Australia is not real. All the prisoners were left to sink on the boats. They never got to Australia because it doesn't exist.
No, it does exist because I watched a history thingy, an accurate history, on when they started colonising Australia for the
you've been
criminals.
manipulated, you fool!
But
It's
then...
fake.
Hang on, I've
It's
got one.
really, there's a little island where there's sets where they pretend that it's Australia and people speak like a day, mate. They've made a fake accent. Australia isn't there. It's an excuse.
And
It's an
yet,
excuse. They killed the
Australia
prisoners.
is a lot more bigger than the UK put together.
Yeah, it's been made to look big. It's not even real.
No, I have to be... And besides, when we were drinking, we drank 19 Crimes, and I quote, it had a picture of an authentic criminal who was sent there at the time.
How do you know he was actually sent there? Did you see him there in Australia?
Oh yes, I was born millions of years ago and I just watched history throughout the world. So why would I be
Yeah,
here? I'd be in the
exactly.
book writing history itself.
You can't prove that he was actually from Australia.
But
Australia is not real.
I didn't say he's from Australia. We colonised
He
Australia,
never
but
went
Australia
there.
had indigenous people there prior to our colonisation.
Have you seen them in Australia?
No, because I haven't travelled to Australia.
So how do you know Australia is real?
Because, oh my...
It's not. It's fake.
If you're watching this, please send a message to say it is real and convince him, please.
Mitch, open this up, please.
I'm gonna get a headache with this thing going on. Stupid conspiracies.
It's a fake place where
No,
they
it's not.
pretended all the prisoners went, but they got rid of them, Mitch.
No, it's not.
Open up your mind.
Oh yeah. And
Don't let the government pull a fast one on you.
They're not putting a fast one on me.
Sean Connors is watching.
Hey,
He knows Australia is a fake place.
you're right. It ain't.
Have you ever been there?
No.
And even if you did catch a flight to Australia, how
Yeah.
do you know they've really dropped you off in Australia and not the test world
That's
where they're faking Australia?
So like, you're saying Australia is basically a biolab of...
And they say the same about Finland. That's not real.
Oh my...
It's just Russians occupying this land pretending to be Finland. But really, it's not there.
Yeah, but Finland... Actually, I'm a bit stumped on that bit, actually.
Finland's not real, mate. They just pretend it's there.
No, it's
They
real.
say, oh, you've walked into Finland. No, you haven't. It's not real. It's just people pretending.
No, it's not. Finland is real. Right, are there any more conspiracies that say authentic countries are not real?
No.
Oh, thank God for that.
NASA knows about a second sun.
Well, that's agreeable because there are hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of trillion suns already in the galaxy.
Not our galaxy.
No, not ours, but others, and you can see them from our bit. That's what stars are.
Not all stars.
No,
are
not
suns.
all stars are suns, but most of them are, and some of them are planets. Habitable?
They're
Questionable.
just burning rocks. Well, I guess that is what the sun is.
Well, just say a ball of molten lava.
There's a second one that they're hiding from us. And people saw it. There's a picture of it next to the moon.
Don't you mean that's the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time?
No, different sun. Our sun was over there, but this one was over there.
You can't have two suns. I mean, you
Why
can have...
not?
Because it's ridiculous. Because otherwise, we wouldn't have any night.
What do you mean?
Oh, well.
It was a
Okay.
far away one. It wasn't lighting it up as much.
Oof. No, but basically, I thought it was a second sun as well, or when I was younger. But actual fact, sometimes when the sun and moon rise, sometimes you can see them both in the sky at the same time.
No.
On one side or the other.
No.
Yes.
There was the moon.
Yes.
The moon is here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Sun here.
No.
High five.
Second sun is here. When our sun was over here.
So what, you're saying moon, sun, sun?
Yes.
But then what's
There's
the triangle?
pictures, look.
Are you saying Illuminati?
Unlock it again.
Oh my.
Or just tell me the code.
No, because that will go live. No, thank you.
2, 4.
Get out of it.
Look, I'll show you a picture.
Oh, yeah, but usually it'd be moon, sun. No, vice versa. Not
Second
moon,
sun
sun, moon, or whatever.
Well, the sun moves around. Well, we move around the sun.
Yes. That's the thing then. Jeez.
And the moon moves around us. Look. 2 suns.
And which country was that filmed in?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Look, how many pictures there are. There's 2 suns. Do you know why they're
How do you know
faking
that's not
it?
the moon?
The moon doesn't glow, Mitch.
It does because the sun shines on it. Hence why we sometimes see it at night when the
It's
sun...
not, because look, it's in front.
Must
I
be a
mean,
solar
behind.
eclipse then or something.
No.
Oh.
Second sun. And then there's ones with the moon and both suns.
Alright. Show me that and I might believe you.
Look at all that.
That's showing all the planetary alignments.
No, it's not.
Tease.
No, it's not.
Tease. Excuse me.
Mitchell.
I said excuse me.
2 suns.
Oh.
Do you know why they don't want us to know that?
Hmm.
Because we could use more energy from solar power and not rely on all the fossil fuels that the government's selling us.
Yes. And then
By the way,
hang on. If you're going
I
that
locked
route,
it again. Unlock it.
if you're going that route, you can do tidal energy, which will do just the same as wind turbines.
Yeah, exactly. You could, but the government don't want you to.
Oh no, because it might cost too much of their budget.
No,
Shock
because they don't
horror.
want us to rely on that. They want us to rely on petrol.
Oh dear, how sad. No, we don't.
What?
Right, what's the next one?
By the way, I'm pretending that I agree with these, but I don't. I'm just checking that it's all filming.
Okay, yeah.
Ow.
Ow, ow. Oh,
Yep, we're still going.
we're still live. Hooray!
What's with the hat, Captain Phillips?
Captain, you mean midshipman, Philip?
From
Thank you.
Mark Kennett.
What, HMS?
See, Sean said I'm right. I told you, Mitch.
What?
Charlie Townsend's watching.
Ooh, hello, Charlie. What do you mean about right about
Pete
what?
says, when are we getting married?
Never.
Someone says, are you drunk?
No. We're doing the
Someone
whole year
says-
without alcohol.
A bit early to be pissed. We're not pissed.
We're not pissed. We haven't had alcohol. We haven't had alcohol since last year.
Pete says, give us a song.
No.
Pay us some
All
donations. Right, the next one.
right.
You've been arguing with me like you know what's right.
Yes.
No, there's not 2 sons.
Yes.
No, the
Yes.
queen doesn't eat babies.
Yes.
You cannot argue with this one.
Go for it.
Israel have been training sharks to use sat-navs.
Israel training sharks to use sat-navs.
Yeah.
1, a shark would eat a human before even let it talk to it. 2, they have not the intelligence to use a
How do you know
electrical
that? Have you ever
device.
had a
And
shark?
3, they'd sooner eat it than use it.
Have you ever spoken to a shark?
No, because I don't want to get eaten.
So how do you know it would eat you?
Because...
They only eat you if you're bleeding.
Or if you're flapping around in the water.
No.
No, if you flap around or bleed, they go for you.
Yeah, well then don't flap around or bleed.
Well, if you're having a device, you'll just think. So you're going to have to think
It's
to
a
keep yourself up.
beneficial relationship, Mitch.
Benefit!
The
They look at us as dinner!
sharks join the navy,
Oh my Gideon.
so they're helping Israel, but they're getting paid in salmon. Sharks like salmon,
Yeah, just any other creature in the planet.
so
They can
it's
get their
a
teeth
fair
in.
deal. It's a fair deal.
Ugh.
And they get to use new technology they didn't know about. It's a great deal for the sharks.
Oh, great! Next thing you'll be saying dogs will be able to talk with
So-
microphones, or cats will be able to fly aeroplanes, or birds will be going, how to marry,
They'll be doing
It's
what?
not going down
How do you know that?
because it's not humanly or animally
Humanly?
possible.
Whatever.
Sharks aren't human.
No, but whatever they are, it's not there. Reason, whatever.
See, you can't provide a valid
No,
argument.
because I can't say what they are.
The sharks get great new technology they're trained with. And it's not just any sharks, they check the CV and get the right sharks, obviously. That
And the
goes
right
without-
shark is?
One with a great aptitude for science.
Yes, and what class of shark is that? Because there's more than one class of shark in the
We've
ocean.
got a whole group, it's diversity.
So what
It's
you're
no
saying,
discrimination. As long as you're qualified for the job,
Well, I
you're a
guess
shark,
that's-
you're
And you
willing
don't-
to
yes.
adapt to new
Yes,
technology.
yes, and
You're
you don't
willing
eat-
to
yes.
fight for Israel.
That will be difficult because they won't be able to get on the sand and they'll dry up quite quickly.
In the ocean. They're in the Navy.
In the night, oh my idiot. A shark can't bite through metal! Mind you, I don't think it's been tried with any big battleships, but wouldn't like to see it happen.
So I think it's Iran that Israel's against. So if it sees an Irani ship or a boat flying around, the shark sees it on the GPS.
Did you just say a boat flying around?
Yes, flying around through the water, whatever.
You mean sailing?
Yes. Well,
But
no,
then-
not sailing, because it's powerboat.
Come on.
So
But-
there's this
Why
There's
would...
this group, there's this group, yeah, they've got a powerboat
Mm-hmm.
with people holding guns, yeah.
Yes, yes,
The shark
yes.
goes on his little tom-tom,
Tom.
Samsung, Sony, yeah. I don't know what one they prefer. He sees, alright, there's a boat there, I'll navigate over there.
Yes. And what, does he go into...
Sees the driver, the one with the little...
Yeah, the guy who controls the thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the shark goes, boom!
Oh, so what, he does a...
Rugby tackle.
Oh, so he does a kamikaze bite attack then?
Yeah. Hurrah!
No, because he's not dead. The shark goes, bang, takes him out.
Okay, so it's
It
just...
works for the Navy. The shark has fun. He gets well paid. It's great.
And free grub.
Yeah, exactly.
And you said he doesn't eat humans.
He doesn't. He just fucked him up. Oh shit, that's what.
You...
Oh.
Twit! I'll fire him. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. He will get his notice. But as I was saying, sharks eat
work
people!
for the Israeli government, Mitch.
And besides, why would the Irans want to attack by sea when they can just go overland with tanks and
They don't.
trucks?
They're not next to each other, are they?
They can still go overland.
They're fighting over the seas.
Oh my... Why would they fight over the sea?
Why does anyone fight over the sea?
Because it oh
Why have a navy? You're the navy captain, and you're arguing why fight
Because
over
some
the sea. What
countries-
kind of naval captain are you?
Why need... Oh my god. Should have swapped dates. Right, what's the next one before we lose our bonkers?
So you don't believe in that one?
Now,
Alright, I'll give you a more realistic one.
go on.
Dinosaurs built the pyramids and Stonehenge.
No to the first and no to the second because actually come to think of it, all the history stuff I've watched, they actually haven't actually said
Who built the pyramids?
no, the Egyptians built the pyramids, we know that
How?
much, but
How did they do that?
labour.
How? How did they get it so precise? You can't fit.
That's what an architect is for. You draw it,
What,
and
you
then the
had
people
an
just
architect
gradually.
thousands and thousands of years ago.
Yes, well, how else would they do
What,
buildings?
did he get his lasers out and
No.
line it up? How
Uh,
did they get such precision?
Easy. They just measured it by hand instead of using
And
electronics.
these blocks are huge, the size of houses.
Yeah.
How
so
did they lift them up?
that's what 1,000 slaves on a rope that was attached to a hoist to lift the rock into place was for.
No, this was a T-Rex lifted his hands under, hoisted it up and plopped it down.
Okay. That would be none, because one, the T-Rex arms would not be able to
Make
do
sure
that.
you're in shot, Nick.
Okay, I'm in shot. And
Bloody hell, not that man.
so that's impossible because they were extinct long before the pyramids were built.
No, they
And
weren't.
two, yes they were.
No, they weren't.
Two, yes.
When were
Two,
the pyramids built?
I can't remember. I don't know, it's during, wait, no, I don't know who the first Egyptian king was actually. Or back then it would have been Persia. So it was built after the Persian, no, Egypt was part of the Persian Empire. So that was Alexander the Great, Roman.
5,000 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah.
So yeah, the dinosaurs were all extinct.
No, they weren't.
Was
They were made to believe they're extinct. They're still here working now.
what do you mean still
Who
working?
do you think built the Shard, the Gherkin, the
Us.
Burj Khalifa?
Us.
No, at night the dinosaurs came out. They're quicker. They know how it's done. They've had years of experience building.
Oh my god. Okay,
They're
so how
designed
come you
for
don't
this.
see any dinosaur prints
Because
in
it
the
all
tarmac
happened-
because they'd be too heavy to put in?
You just shook that camera.
Bloody.
Calm down.
And to the second question,
Just because
Stonehenge.
you can't deal with hard facts.
Anyways, to the Stonehenge
The
question.
dinosaurs have evolved.
And they haven't eaten us. Hooray.
They live underground when they're done.
Oh, great.
Everyone sweeps up their footprints. They come out, they built the Burj Khalifa, the
You
Shard.
can't sweep up their footprints.
You can!
Can't. You can fill them in.
With big brushes. Or they wear a little backpack with a brush behind them that sweeps up their footprints.
Ugh.
Open your mind, Mitch. This is happening. You're
It's-
being exactly how the government want you to
So then how
believe.
come no one's filmed it then?
Because no one wants you to see it. It's all swept up. It's all
Ugh.
brushed under the carpet.
Okay, we'll come back to that one,
No.
ridiculous as it is. To the Stonehenge question, apparently historians say the stones came over from Ireland, but we don't know who actually brought the perishes over.
The flying birds.
Oh my...
The dinosaur ones.
No,
What are they called? Pterodactyl? No.
Yeah, pterodactyl. Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna
A
get
group of them. They got that, what?
Pterodactyls are predators. That's all they eat.
6. Then they tied them up to the pterodactyl, flew it over, dropped it off in Surrey. No, it's not Surrey. It's where's Stonehenge?
I can't remember.
The next Somerset, I think.
Well, somewhere up. Yeah, somewhere in the country.
Wiltshire? No, Somerset.
Whatever.
They dropped it off there. That's their job done. They get the paycheck. Done. They
Yeah,
go
what's
back
their
to
paycheck?
Ireland. I don't know.
Mm.
Kale, spinach, I don't know
Kale-
what they're like. Anyway, that's beside the point. They're paid off. That's their job done. Then they get the T-Rexes to do the heavy lifting. It makes perfect sense, Mick.
No, no, no.
You are making anyone listening want to pull their
Say
headphones out
no.
and click on something else.
No, because dinosaurs, every single last one of them died long before all these events.
That's what
Came
they
in.
want you to think.
Alright then, so type on there, when did the dinosaurs go extinct?
It will be a lie. They're not extinct. They live underground, Mitch.
Oh yeah, so we don't have
There's a
earthquakes
secret
running
entrance.
Oh yeah, right. Where's the secret entrance then?
The Dartford Tunnel.
Okay, so now that's public. People, if you believe this theory, go and have a look and be careful because
You won't be
dinosaurs are
able to.
carnivorous.
It's hidden. It's locked up. No, they're not carnivorous.
Well, carnivores, whatever.
No, they're not.
T-Rexes are.
No, they're not.
Yes.
They might be, yeah. But they're not all.
Most of them are. Okay, some
No,
are
a
herbivores.
lot of them are herbivores. Like the Triceratops.
Okay, yes,
I'll
but
tell
they'd
you
sooner
what.
kill you than anything else.
I'll tell you what they did.
Oh, God.
They used those as the lawnmowers to clear the grass and the shrubs to put Stonehenge in.
Oh my God, this is
Open
getting
your
absolutely...
mind!
No, it's getting absolutely
You're
ridiculous.
the most stubborn man. You're being controlled by the government, Mitch.
Oh, hang on. Bing, bing. Yes, government, I deny all knowledge of this. Yeah, right.
Right, I'm gonna get you some more water.
Right. And what's your next conspiracy?
You're gonna talk about the next one, alright?
Alright, what's this one? I should enjoy this.
Hitler is still alive.
Actually, that's questionable to some people. It's a 50-50.
He
but-
lives in Argentina.
It was fact that he was allied with the Argentinians during the war, and he had multiple bases there. But whether he's still alive or not has to be debatable.
He's 125. Do you know how he's kept so young? The Queen gave him a few of her babies.
Oh god, the Queen would sooner kill him than anything else. Actually, so would anyone. They want to kill him.
We're still rolling. I don't know if we are still rolling.
Oh, hopefully we are. Don't worry.
Oh, I think YouTube stopped.
Oh no!
YouTube stopped. We'll just do a second part.
Okay. Part 2. Action! There you go. You filming?
Part 2 for YouTube. Sorry, I think you cut out.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
the
no,
battery's low, that's why.
Oh!
Never mind. We'll just keep going on Facebook.
Okay, and then we'll post it on YouTube.
Yeah, maybe not all of it.
Well,
It
no,
might
no.
be a Facebook exclusive.
Hey! How are we doing on the Facebook front?
My cousin says that she's our #1 fan.
Oh,
How
great.
do we know what dinosaurs sound like? Yeah, I do.
Hey. How do we know what this...
Yeah.
What about all those dinosaur documentaries?
I'll tell you how we know, because they're still alive, Mitchell.
Oh, great. If they're still alive, then how come we haven't made the food chain?
The what?
How come we haven't moved from the top of the food chain to the bottom of the food chain?
Because they work for us. We've got a mutual relationship with them.
And the payment for the meat eaters are cows, chicken,
Yeah?
ducks, pigs,
We know what
horses by the dozen,
They...
cows by the
Alright,
million.
where's your mute button? God. Right. Good. So basically, we know what they sound like because we still work with them. It's just get quiet.
What?
I turned you back on.
Oh, thank God. So, I think that's done and done. That dinosaurs do not extinct. I was going to say don't extinct, but they don't exist.
Alright, put you back on mute. I think how they actually know what they sound like is that they've got fossils of their throat and well, I don't think they had voice boxes because they're like birds, but they can run it through their trachea and then the sound will come out like the air would when they were having a chat, so they can guess what it sounds like.
Yeah, right.
Right, Hitler's still alive.
Debatable, but
Good.
I doubt it.
He had his mate, I think it was called
Sterling.
Sterling. He
Sterling.
plays for Manchester City.
No, not Oh my God.
Joseph Stalin was not German.
Well, no, they were Austrian. Well, Hitler was anyway.
Stalin was Russian, wasn't he? Anyway, Joseph
Well.
Mengele. I think that's
Aye.
how you call him. Mengele.
Manga, whatever.
He actually did hide in South America.
Mm-hmm. Until he got
Yeah,
caught.
and apparently Hitler was responsible for various world disasters, including 9/11 and the 2010 Gulf oil spill.
Ay, ay, ay.
Do you know why they think that happened?
Go on.
They both happened on his birthday.
On his birthday.
Yeah. I
And
think
his birthday is?
the 20th of April. I think.
Yeah.
No, that can't be right because 9/11 was,
September.
yeah.
Well, this will be
Hitler.
something. When's Hitler's birthday?
Adolf Hitler.
Hitler. Whoa.
He
was born Austrian
20th of April. Yeah, I was right.
20th of April.
9/11. That did not happen on the 20th of April.
No.
So that's wrong. Hitler is dead.
Yep. Hitler is deceased.
Right, we've covered that one.
Thank the God. Right, what's next?
There's a few good ones here. I don't know which one to go with.
Well, just close your eyes, go up and down, and then pick a random. Best way to do it. Improvise.
Right. Obama could control the weather.
Aye.
He's secretly an evil man, and he controlled the weather for Hurricane Sadie, was it?
See?
Sandy.
Sound like. No.
In May 2013, after a mile-wide tornado struck Moore, Oklahoma, and killed 24 people,
Ouch.
right-leaning broadcasters and internet truthers suggested the USAF had caused the disaster on purpose.
The USAS.
USAF.
Oh,
US Air Force.
Oh.
Anyway, to distract from a series of governmental controversies.
Hmm.
So they were going off and, I don't know, probing aliens and all that
Uh-huh.
in the moon, because that's where they live.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they purposely made a disaster to distract us. So we were all worried about that. Meanwhile, they were shoving lightsabers up aliens,
We don't even have lightsabers.
giving sharks GPS,
Oh my god. I'm getting a headache already. No,
teaching
I doubt
sharks how to drive Ubers.
it. I was just saying, if you're saying the ex-great president of the United States,
I mean, was he that great?
hey, he stayed for a long term, to be honest.
What, and that makes him great?
Hey, people wanted him back in after his term was expired.
He conducted more airstrikes, killing more innocent people than Bush.
Okay, not condemning that. Oh, whatever the word is.
Poverty increased,
Whatever.
wealth decreased.
Whatever. But anyway, he is no sorcerer who can control the weather. You're saying he sings boards like, honey, I'm
They
bored.
do
What
know
can
how
I
to
do?
make it-
Hang on, I'll do the weather. What states annoyed me recently? Ah, this one.
They know how to make it rain. They can increase rain. You put dust particles in the sky,
Mm.
and it formulates rain particles,
Mm.
and you get condensation on the dust, and then clouds build up, and it rains. They can make rain. That is my phone.
Oh no.
I don't know.
And
who
I
that
thought you
is.
told our agent to have no interruptions. What's going on? Uh-oh. Quiet please.
That's my nan. I'll just hang up. I'll call her back later.
Okay. I thought you said you got your agent to say no disturbances. Should you fire him too?
Anyway, yeah, they can make rain.
Oh,
So
that's ridiculous.
he caused the rain to fall on Oklahoma.
Hmm.
Unlock it, please. Cause a distraction whilst he messed around. Right.
What's the next one?
Walt Disney, you know the guy that made Disney.
Yeah.
He's being frozen. He's not dead. They're freezing him to bring him back later.
Why would they do that? I
'Cause
mean,
he
it's
wants
been
to
more than
live.
100 years.
He wants to be defrosted. You know, put a hairdryer on and bring him back.
Don't think it's that simple, but go on.
Have you ever done it?
No, because I don't want to die of frostbite. Or whatever, hypothermia, whatever. You die when you freeze.
Get a chicken, whack it in the freezer, come back to it 2 weeks later, defrost it, it'll be laying eggs again. Microwave job, anything.
Oh.
Don't actually do that, please. That was a joke.
Yeah, bad humour, people.
Yeah. They want to
But
pour
is it...
him out and bring him back later. Now, this is where it gets crazy.
Go on.
People are clocking on to the fact that Walt Disney has been frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Google searches were typing in Walt Disney frozen. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
See where I'm going with this?
Yes. Please tell me it's no coincidence with the two Frozen movies.
Exactly.
Oh,
They
no.
made the two Frozen movies so that when people Googled Disney Frozen, it wouldn't come up with information about Walt being frozen. It would come up about the film. You're flooded with the film. When you're trying to look for information, they've smothered all these Frozen things.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
then-
they made the movie Frozen, so you can't Google Walt Disney being frozen.
Yeah, but then wouldn't you just say conspiracy theories about Walt Disney?
The camera went off.
Oh boy, looks like the battery died again. Oh well.
You can't find it, Mitch. It's flooded. Walt Disney is frozen.
I doubt it. We would have heard it in the news. And besides,
You
why?
can't hear it in the news because the news is all flooded with movies.
Yeah,
Frozen.
but then why would they want
And
to
why
cover
would
it
the
up?
news tell us?
Yeah, but think about it.
They don't want us to know because they're gonna.
What, that he's immortal?
They're gonna defrost. He's not immortal. He's not alive.
Well, you can't bring something back to life that's already dead.
He's
If
not
you froze
dead.
him while he
He's
was
not
alive-
dead or alive, is he? He's on pause.
Ugh. But yeah, he's still alive.
He's
Because
not.
when
He's
you
not alive.
defrost him, he'll be coming back as if he just went in the cooler for a day.
He's not alive, is he?
No, he's dead. Right,
So
dead,
he's
dead.
not dead.
Oh, Lord.
He's in preserved condition.
Yeah?
So if you go over to his frozen body and go, "Hi, Walt, I love your work," he's not going to be able to go, "Thank you."
No,
But
unless
he's
you
not
defrost-
dead either because in the future I can kick-start him again.
Providing he hasn't Keep it already.
You just give him some new blood or whatever. Get him going again.
Ooh.
Start him up.
But then how long
Then
will
they
he
start
be...
making some new movies under a new name. Because they
And
don't
what,
want you to know that they're freezing people. I reckon Elvis Presley is actually Louis Capaldi now. They just froze him and put him back on later.
No, they look nothing alike, so
It's
how does
called
that work?
plastic surgery. You freeze him and then bring him back later. Keep him in his prime, but in a new era to make more money. No one
Yeah.
wants to see an old Elvis Presley.
But
They want
then...
to see a new guy in a new world.
Yeah, but then what do you do with the people who were in on the conspiracy?
What do you mean they keep it quiet?
Yeah, but how would you make sure they kept their mouths shut?
Kill them if they don't.
But then how would you cover that up?
Easily, they're powerful.
So what you're saying, you got a bunch of hitmen to be just like, you saw my real face, you bad.
And who's gonna believe that Walt Disney's frozen? No one.
Well, obviously, because he is D-E-A-D, dead.
He's not. He's frozen.
Alright then, how about we go to Orlando Disney next week, march into his house of residence, and be like,
What do you
oi,
mean, house
where's
of
the corpse
residence?
then?
If he's dead, he's not gonna have a house of residence, is he?
Well, his family might.
They might not know about it, Mitch.
Well, that'll be surprising.
What else have we got? Obama controlled the weather, that's obvious.
Yeah, right. Right.
Shit,
What?
right, we're checking on Facebook who's watching us.
Whoop, whoop.
No one.
Oh dear.
That just zoomed in on you hitting me.
What's next on the conspiracy theory?
Prince Charles is a vampire.
Prince.
Right, that's obvious. Next one.
Nope, he's no vampire. So you're saying he's lived for hundreds of whatever, how many millennia
No.
vampire lives for?
No. He's a human, but he's a vampire.
Well, technically vampires aren't human.
Well, they're almost human. He still lives the same lifespan.
Yeah.
He's just it
No,
sucks blood.
vampires are immortal because of the blood for some reason. Hey, I don't know much about vampirism.
Vampirism. Is that what we're calling it?
Yep. Why'd y'all play
listen to
Skyrim?
this. Listen to this. Are there vampires in Skyrim?
Yeah, and if you get infected by one of them, you can turn into a vampire. So it's called vampirism.
Right. According to genealogy records, so checking your genes, Prince Charles is believed to descend from Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler, Transylvania.
It was actually a real person.
Yeah, it was. He fought
He
against
was-
the Crusade. If I'm
He
right.
was the one that they based Dracula on.
Yes. Vlad
And Prince
Vladimir the
Charles
Impaler.
can trace his lineage back through his great-grandmother, Queen Mary.
Yikes. What, you mean the Dowager Queen Mary?
Yeah, because they're all related, aren't they?
Oh, good point.
Interbreeding.
No, foreign policies is one of these more thingy foreign princesses. And it wasn't until the 90s that they actually allowed them to marry of...
Prince Charles is a vampire, Mitch. Next,
Nah, you
Nah,
see his
we've got-
teeth.
we've got our own one. In Selzy.
Oh god, who's a vampire here then?
No, I didn't mean that. I meant our own conspiracy theory.
Oh, good. Well, here?
Yeah.
What's that one then?
Right. You know that Bundager, the big caravan site in Selzy,
Yeah,
has
he's watched
just
it.
been bought out
By
by an
Americans.
American company.
Yes. Cove. something.
Leisure, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Cove is owned by a group called Camelot.
Camelot. You mean
Yeah.
the old castle name that
That's
was
their
for
name, Mitch. Alright?
King Arthur?
Their name is Camelot.
Oh no.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's irrelevant. That's just their name. Camelot. Camelot also own the National Lottery.
The government own the National Lottery, I think. I don't know.
No, Camelot own it.
Pretty.
Yes, look, I'll Google it.
Oh, fuck, who are?
Camelot National Lottery, right?
Camelot National. Oh my goody on. Camelot Lottery. Yes, the Euro one.
No.
Thunderbolt.
National Lottery.
Thunderbolt?
Camelot.
Oh yeah, all the other How many lotteries are there?
Anyway.
Out loud. Euroball, oh my god. Too many lotteries, my god.
Look, the Camelot Group is the operator of the UK National Lottery.
Okay, whatever.
So, they own Coke, the people that have just bought Bun Leisure.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly, as soon as that takeover happened, what happens?
What?
Someone in Saudi wins hundreds of millions.
Oh yeah, that geezer.
So, the conspiracy theory is, they did that so that there's loads of news going to Saudi. Oh, this guy just won the lottery. And that guy is likely to give money to his friends in Saudi and improve business in Saudi.
Which would be nice, but
So
apparently
Camelot-
he hasn't actually given anything, but I don't know.
Greedy. I heard he gave a few million to his best mate. And he's going to spend money on houses in Saudi, whatever.
Maybe?
Doing up his house, maybe buying a business. The guy who did it was a builder in Saudi. The guy who won it.
Yeah, I was going to say, he can afford it now, can't he?
So, the idea is that Camelot gave the money to someone in Saudi.
Yeah, but then there's a slight problem.
What?
You can't fix the lottery. It's basically...
How do you know that?
Because it's
Yes,
basically
you
a
can.
random pick on numbers.
Watch this. Steve, mate, the numbers are going to be blah, 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 blah. Oh,
That's
these
a
numbers
prediction.
came up. No.
But physically, you can't do it.
Yes,
It's
you
not
can.
like you pick them in and then you stick them at the bottom, so it's like, right, the ball that's coming out, okay, 1. Get the next stuck one. 7.
How do you know the balls aren't on a sensor and only those ones are allowed out of the machine?
Because it's
How do you know that?
it's a random thing, and I've watched the TV. It's a
How do
random
you know there's
ball.
not a chip in the balls that you want to come out and only those can get out of the machine? How do you know they're not weighted? How do you know that it's not pre-recorded? They've already done it, given Steve the numbers.
Well, then how can you prove that it's a fix?
How can you prove it's not a fix?
Well, that answers it.
You can't prove it's not a fix.
Mind you, if it was a fix, I would have won $1 million a long time ago.
How? You haven't been given the numbers.
Well, that's what you send someone in to find the numbers out. Indeed. Right, what's next on the conspiracy list before we get money mad?
We've only got a few left.
Alright, what's that then?
Oh yeah. Saddam Hussein owned a Stargate. He owned a portal to a new galaxy.
Nice, that's really ridiculous.
Why?
Excuse me. Because...
Open your mind, Mitch. This is going on.
Yeah, but then you can say the series Stargate or Stargate Atlantis.
That's
What's
a
it-
TV show, you.
Yeah. Stargate
Yeah.
to another galaxy.
Yeah.
So you're saying
but
it's
I'm
not
talking about-
coincident?
It really happened.
Oh my.
There was a Stargate. Saddam Hussein.
So, how come we haven't got...
Let me speak.
What?
Saddam Hussein had a Stargate that opened it up to hell. All the bad aliens could get through, yeah? And the war, the second Gulf War, wasn't about oil or fucking, I swore, politics and running of those Middle Eastern countries. It wasn't about that. It was about closing the Stargate. America stopped the bad aliens coming in. Hussein was going to let them in. You have America to think that you're not being dicked up the arse by an alien.
Okay, so here's a random conspiracy that's not on the list, I hope. How do you know that Americans aren't making up all these conspiracy theories just to turn people against each other? That's one for you.
What do you mean? This is pro-America,
No, you were
so
saying-
why would America be making it up?
No, to make themselves look good. And besides, apparently there was an alien landing in 1990 something. See, and that was America. Was it any other country? No, it was America. America.
Why are you going like that, you weirdo?
Feel like it.
You
So
look
it was
like a
America.
dolphin bobbing out of the ocean.
America.
Right.
So how do you know that the Americans aren't making all these up? That's a conspiracy theory for
They're
your
the ones
conspiracy
hiding
theory.
the truth. Obama could control the weather.
Yeah, now the
Israel,
King of England.
Israel own sharks with GPS systems.
And I'm Queen Victoria.
You are a queen. Right, we've got 2 left.
Alright.
And the last one will blow your mind.
Oh, please.
F1 cars aren't powered by fuel. They blow air out of pressurized tanks.
Well, that'd be stupid because they'd only be able to go so far.
No, why?
Well then, with the
You
size
can
of the
only go so far with oil. Yeah, oil.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But then air burns out quicker than.
How do you know that? It's an extremely pressurized tank.
So what you're saying? They have 200 kg.
It's not like they've just gone, here's a cup, put a lid on it. They force air into the tank, and then when it's released, it propels the car.
Yeah, but then how do they get the amount right for it to go around 2
How
laps?
do they get the amount right for fuel?
Well, how big are the tanks?
What?
How big are the fuel tanks? For
It's
the Form
not
1s?
fuel, it's air.
Well, whatever. How big are the tanks?
It's
But then, how come if it's just air-arised,
Mhm.
right? How come when the cars blow up, they go to fire?
They
Because
don't blow up.
otherwise, there'd be no. Otherwise, if there's a fuel substance in there, that catches fire.
What, so you're saying if a pressurized tank full of air blew up, there wouldn't be a fire?
Well, we don't know.
Yes, there would. An explosion.
Mm.
And I'll tell you why.
Go on.
They're full of air, which is obviously renewable. You just get the air and pressurize it.
Oh, what? So you're just saying, hey, air, here you go.
No, you suck it in and condense it,
Okay.
pressurize it
Yeah,
into
yeah.
a tank. Yeah. But they don't want us to know that you can do that because they want us to keep buying fuel.
Mm. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we run out of fuel soon
For
anyways.
example, airlines, they're charging the flights related to the value of fuel.
Mm.
When fuel prices drop, ticket prices for airlines drop.
Mm.
So, if we didn't need fuel,
Yeah.
we could just use air, which would be free.
Mm.
Pretty much, you just need to pressurize the tanks. Then the flights would be cheaper.
Mm.
But they are cheaper to run. They're not really using fuel, they're using air, but pretending they're using fuel to charge us more.
But then, what happens if we run out? Because apparently we're hitting the last of the oil reserves in the planet. Same with diesel.
Yeah, we're not using the fuel, that's what I'm saying to you. We're fake using the fuel. Oh, we're running out, so we're going to have to charge you more. They're not using it, they're using air.
Well,
And telling us they're using fuel, so we pay them more.
uh,
Can't you see it, Mitch? It's staring you in the face.
no, there's no one there. Right, what's the last one?
This one will blow your mind, okay? Ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Strap in your seatbelt. Good. Ready? We are all secretly high on air.
Well, that's no big bloody... Ruddy,
There goes the brown
Ruddy.
nose.
ruddy secret because we breathe air.
Yeah, but we're high on air.
What do you mean? Oh, no.
You know that when they say you
High on life?
do drugs? No. Like when you smoke weed, you're high, aren't you? Your reality changes. It's not the same.
I guess.
It's a different world, a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So when you smoke weed, that makes you sober. That you're actually seeing the real world. When you take acid and see Shrek riding a space hopper, that is real.
So what you're saying, what I've just saw is
But-
not an illusion?
What we are seeing right now isn't real. We can't see it, but when we smoke, we're opening up the realm that is actually real.
No,
It's
I don't
air that is.
I don't believe that because otherwise I'll be getting bumped by air every so often.
What do you mean bumped by air?
Well, like you say, this is the hallucinatory world, right?
Yeah,
And then when we smoke, we're seeing the real world, so
Yeah.
Shrek on the base hopper.
yeah.
So how come I'm not bumping into him? I'd be just like walking, like going, duh, duh, air. Oh, more air. Oh, see? It's ridiculous.
What do you mean? You can't bump into air.
Exactly. No, but you're saying this is the fake world, or people see it as a real world, so...
It's not the fake world.
Oh, whatever.
Look, we are all secretly high on air, and drugs are the only way to see life the way that it actually is.
Yeah, right.
It's like, say, a dream. I'm not bumping into... Well, I had a dream that Leonardo DiCaprio was my husband. I'm not bumping into him in this world.
Fair enough.
So
But then
this,
you could say there's an alternate reality.
yes, this
Oh,
is
God, that's a scary
fake.
thought.
We're high on air right now.
Well,
And to become sober, we have to do drugs.
Ugh.
That's why I've got some cocaine if you want to try
You
it.
what? Get
You
there.
need to be sober.
No, I think I'll say that deal. Thank you.
I don't have any cocaine.
Thank the God. Because otherwise the cops, if there are any cops watching this, would be
Damn it.
arrested right now.
We're going to speaking about drugs, we're demonetized again. I think that's all of our conspiracy theories.
Yep.
Of all of them, I don't believe in any of them. I
Most
was
of them were
just
too
arguing.
ridiculous.
But which one is most likely real?
You decide.
No, I'll decide.
You decide?
I think the Queen is a cannibal.
I doubt it. Shouldn't it be up to the viewers?
I reckon Obama might be able to control the weather.
Oh, well, there you go.
They can make clouds. Because you get a nucleus of dust and then the condensation happens. He might have done that. Walt Disney could have been frozen and then kickstart him later.
I was
You
just
don't
saying,
know.
when they've had that as an experience. And here lies the body frozen. It's the original Walt Disney.
No, they don't want you to know it's Walt Disney.
Why?
Because they're going to bring him back.
For what? The 150th anniversary or 2000s or something?
To use him again to make more films later.
Well, why didn't they think of that in the first place when they started after he died?
He's not dead.
Oh, whatever.
He's frozen. He said, right, I've done my bit here. Freeze me later. Wait for new technology. Now that, you know, there's Canons and Nikons, he might come back. Before he was on film, he's gone, I've had enough of this rubbish. Save me for later. Put me on ice.
Put you on... Sounds like you're doing an advert for skating on ice. Put me on ice.
Walt Disney, yeah, dancing on ice. You never know, Nick. Right. What else was the other one where I thought it might actually be real? Oh yeah, Nike forced Ronaldo to play in the 1998
Yeah,
World Cup
that one.
final.
What was he ill with anyways? Did anyone say?
Flu, I think.
Flu.
So
Me
he
and
was
flu.
feeling very sick,
Mm.
but he still played and didn't play well
Maybe he...
because Nike needed him to advertise their shoes.
How
So
much
they
would they...
forced him to play. They
Mm.
probably paid him millions,
Ouch.
and well, they would have paid him.
So what you're
millions.
saying, they dosed him up to get him...
No.
On medical. So he was ill, right?
Yeah.
Too ill to play.
Mm,
So they heard about it. So the advertising leader
yeah.
and the team manager
Yeah.
came to a compromise and said, okay, if we dose him up, would it be okay to play?
They might have given him some stuff to try and help.
So they gave him
probably
some.
did.
So they gave him some stuff to ease the pain of the flu, whatever, so he can do his job.
Maybe, but he's not going to
But
be.
it wasn't enough, and he lost.
Yes.
Well, they lost, should I say?
Brazil lost.
Yep.
And France won.
Yay.
Right. Those are our conspiracy theories.
Mhm.
If you like that, please tell us. We'll do another one.
Mhm.
But we're going to do some predictions so we can watch this video back in a
Okay.
few years' time.
Yeah.
Or at the end of the year. We'll watch it
I'll
back
say the end of the year. Yeah.
and see if anything happened that we called.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen this year, Mitch?
Ooh.
I'm
Well,
taking this stupid hat.
hopefully me and more
No,
films.
not you.
Well, that's my
We
personal.
know that's not going to happen. Anyway, I mean in the world.
Well, only I was just saying those conspiracy theories, are they supposed to be predicted about this year?
No. That's what's going on in the world already, or what already happened. What I mean is what's going to happen this year in global news.
Probably some more catastrophes, I guess.
Are Iran and Trump going to fight?
He hasn't had any disagreements with them. I thought it was the
Are
Russians.
you mad? Trump killed the Iranian general.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Yankees did that.
It was Trump that did it.
Oh,
It was Trump's order. So they're mad. They might carry on their fight. I hope that they stop and come to some agreement.
Well, here's a prediction. When's WWE going to break up?
It could happen this year with Iran and Russia and everyone getting involved.
Oh, great.
We'll probably have to help
Nah.
the US. Anyway, sport, I think, obviously, Liverpool are going to win the Premier League.
Mm.
They might win the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
NFL, Ravens will win the Super Bowl next month.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's the Super Bowl, isn't it?
Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton will probably win again, but Verstappen will probably start heating up and getting on his tail. What else is going to happen? Best movie this year? No idea, because I don't know any movies coming this year. Natural disasters, there will be more fires for sure, sadly.
Mm.
With the world hotting up, there'll probably be
With more ice
hurricanes,
melting, more habitats going out. Yikes.
floods.
That's scary.
I think the wildfires in Australia will continue.
Well, hopefully not.
Probably in the Amazon as well.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a thing. How
Because
come?
it's all hotting up.
Yeah.
What? Amazon was on fire as well.
Yeah, it was. I was just saying.
What are you making that noise?
What?
Like a noise. Yeah, that's going to be annoying for the listener.
Barry.
What else is going to happen this year, Mitch?
Ooh, here's a devastating thought.
Oh no.
England might get a new monarchy ruler.
What, you think the Queen might die this year?
I doubt it.
Who comes
Or
into
she
play? Charles.
Yeah. Or she might abdicate.
Why?
Yeah.
Because she's losing her marbles.
No, well, she's done it for umpteen years.
Because the babies aren't working for her anymore.
Oh yeah, what's all that hoo-ha on the news recently about Harry wanting to be a self-thingy monarch?
He doesn't want to be a part of the royal
He don't want to be a
family.
senior monarch, yeah.
He doesn't want that because of all the things that happened to his mum.
Yeah.
He wants to be independent. Anyway, we're not going down that road. What else is going to happen, Mitch?
Woo! Hopefully the world
Who's
get...
going to become famous this year? Us.
And, yeah, us.
Mostly me, and you'll just tag along.
You mean us and
I
equal.
think that'll wrap it up.
Aye.
I hope you enjoyed. Sorry, YouTube, you only got a small snippet. Or maybe I'll get the Facebook video and put it on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Dan, you sold us dodgy batteries for the camera that ran out.
You'll be talking to our lawyers.
Yeah.
Right. This is Mitchell Phillips, signing out.
We'll do another one where we're just... I don't know what the theme will be next time.
Oh, we'll surprise everybody, I'm sure.
Has anyone said anything?
Uh-oh.
Bella was watching.
Hey.
Jade Hall was watching.
Oh, blimey.
Why? Do you not like her?
No, I
Oh
didn't.
yeah,
I
you
don't-
did say she has ugly feet.
No, I didn't.
What
What the
I
hell?
don't know why I chose ugly feet. Sandy Prescott, your agent,
Hey.
poor woman.
Hey.
She said hi.
Hey.
That's
Hey, Sandy.
everyone. We'll wrap it up there, I think.
Yep.
I think
Adios, amigos.
This is our longest podcast.
Oh, wow. How long have we been going on, Paul?
An hour, I think.
Yikes.
Oh, Dan's calling again. Bloody hell, mate.
Oh. Have you signed
I'm
off?
trying to do a podcast.
I'm sorry. The person
Right.
you're reaching is unavailable.
Thank
Please.
you.
Sayonara, people.
Cheers for watching.
Bye-bye.
Next week, should we do another one?
Yeah, next week. Bye-bye.